Life. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Today we have a very special person who is working for us a lot and creating our life a little easy. And of course, that is a company I think is coming bigger. We was talking in private, and we're going to talk with him. And first of all, my friend, I talk with you in private. I want to see you in Europe. I hope that you come very soon to Europe to help us. Thank you for coming. I want to know how everything started. How do you came with this idea to start everything, creating and repairing, installing, and in Onewheels?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started as a writer, like all of us, back in August of 2019. I was writing somebody else's Onewheel. It happened to be the CEO of the company I worked for at the time, and naturally progressed from there to buy my own. And I rode for a few months. And from that point on, I started working on my own board because I've always been a very kind of mechanically inclined person, always loved using tools. And that evolved from working on my own board to realizing that I could help other people, and I started working within my community, and that was just a little bit over probably close to a year and a quarter ago, and it's blown me away to where I've come to today.
Yeah, I just want to say to everybody's out there, thank you for coming or to see later this live or the people who's going to come now. I just going to say that I'm going to put all the links there, and everybody then can see it. We're going to talk about them. We're going to start at his website. Then we're going to have where you can find all the links that he's using. Then you can save it for you. Then you're going to have all the contacts from him. But we're going to have the Facebook, the Instagram, and lots the YouTube channel that is very new, but he's going to update it from now on, and he's going to bring lots of content for you guys. Just wait, because he's a very active person. He's creating lots of things. We're going to he has 3 or 4 Instagrams, I think 5 Instagrams in together, and he's going to talk a little more about that. But first of all, let's talk about your shop. How do you came with this idea? How that started? Tell us a little more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So my entire life, aside from being mechanically inclined, I've always had a desire to own my own business, and people used to ask me what that might be, and I always told them I'm not really sure. I didn't know what I wanted to do exactly. I was working 9 to 5 jobs and just paying my bills and surviving. And a few years ago, there was actually uh, a small church group that I was part of, and we were going to develop this kind of more intentional idea behind our young adults group. And we were just playing around with names of what we wanted to call the group. And I came up with Relentless. And unfortunately, we never ended up using it for that project, and that kind of fell apart. So I held on to the name because I loved it for years. And when I started
Mm.
my repair shop,
That's very
naturally,
good.
that was what I wanted to go with. And I came up with this. I threw together a rough logo, and I ended up working with a buddy of mine to finalize it. His name is Lane. He lives also in California,
Mhm.
and that's what we're looking at now.
Yeah, and I think that is a fantastic logo, guys. If you want to have some of the things he's selling in his shop, sorry, you can see you have T-shirts, you have hoodies, you have all the type of stuff here. You're going to find it um, bigger what you need. You see, that is a fantastic thing. I think is going to help him a lot, and you're going to be very happy. First of all, I just want to say that he don't pay me nothing to do this. That is just we are sharing information for the community. You are out there. If you looking for some service and and repairings and everything. You're going to see in his website. You're going to see the prices from some things. You just have to go there, and we just going to change it here. There's lots of prices you can find it. I think most of them. But first of all, I just want to ask you, what is the best way to contact you when the person needs your help?
Yeah, the best way to contact me generally is to either email me or message me on Facebook or even send a text message. And the reason I say message is because a lot of the time I'll get a phone call and
Mhm.
I'll be in the middle of another job, or maybe I'm out on a group ride with our local group, and it's just easier to review things
Yeah.
once I have the time and just follow up. I'm pretty good on following up, but I'm not always available live.
Yeah, sometimes we have our jobs and we have lots of things to do it. Your Facebook, you're going to find it here, lots of things. The shop, you're going to see photos of him doing lots of things. Then you're going to have some videos for you to see it how it works. And I think it's very important for you guys to come and see how is his work, how clean is that, and I think that is very nice for all of you. I'm just going to put it here, something that is just showing how is professional. Uh, that is like a dream for you. That what you are doing today is like something that you love a lot to do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that since I was a little kid just came naturally to me, was using tools. And I used to try to fix my family's electronics. And to be honest with
Mhm.
you, I've broken a few things in my early childhood, but I've also learned how to not break them over time. So computers, TVs, PlayStations, whatever it was, I was always trying to figure out how it worked and how to fix it.
Yeah, that is the beautiful thing. You're doing yourself. Do yourself. You have to learn how to do, and with your mistakes, you
Hmm.
can progress and be better and better every day. Then we're going to talk about one of the things. We are in Instagram. I think you are very active in Instagram. There is lots of things you have here. You're going to see most of the pictures. I think that is very good if you guys have the chance to go there. You make batteries, you make everything. Uh, Today, what is in your shop? What is the thing that you are doing more and more? What is the updates that the people are asking you more?
Yeah, so the to start with the vehicle type that I work on the most, that would be the Onewheel, which we can
Hmm.
probably see by the photos, both the XR, the Pint. I even work on the Plus and the
Hmm.
V1. I see a lot less of those, but the most common jobs that I've been doing over the past year and a quarter have been tire changes, headlight cable repairs, because people kind of develop a flashing headlight because the wire in there fails. And then more recently, the battery upgrades have been a lot more popular because of companies like Shy Battery Systems and JW Batteries. So those have been very popular lately.
And that is very good, my friend. Lots of people are want more range, more distance, more power, and the new batteries bring that. You
Hmm.
you change everything if the person if the person contact you, they can send it to your shop, or you or how everything works for everybody to understand. How is the best way for you? What is the, yeah, for everybody wants to know, for what is your state? What state are you living? And for everybody who knows if they are from close to you or if they are.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm located in California, specifically Northern California in the Sacramento area. I'm about 30 minutes east of Sacramento. I'm not too far from the Float Life shop. So
You
I,
are like
I collaborate
every
with them, and
they,
really good relationship with those guys. Love seeing them.
you are in paradise.
Exactly. Yeah, to me, I think we're in the Mecca, because Sacramento area is great. And then to my east, even further, a
Mhm.
bit more, I can go to the Lake Tahoe area, and there's a bunch of beautiful trails there that a lot of the pros like to ride.
Well, I think too, my friend. I just want to say, then let's talk about this project that you have. We have some things from Instagram. Can you tell us a little more about all the things we're going to show now? I'm going to put it here. Oh, I have to leave here. Tell us a little more about this one.
Yeah,
That
this is a new project that I got involved with. I came up with an idea to collaborate with some of the repair shops in our community who don't actually have a collaborative network that they're part of. And the reason we want to collaborate is because we want to be able to share knowledge with each other, kind of help teach people who are just starting to work on Onewheels for their community how to do things, and just really give them some community and partnership that they have so they don't feel like they're doing it by themselves. So it's very early stages, but I've already been reaching out to a few guys across the United States so far,
Mhm.
and they've found it very helpful to have somebody who has a little bit more knowledge than them, but they're also fairly knowledgeable themselves. So we can all collaborate together.
Okay, I'm going to leave this one to the last one. I don't want. I'm going to leave this one. Then we're going to go to the Gold Countries One Wheel. What is this here?
Yeah, absolutely. So Gold Country Onewheel was actually started by 4 people in our area, and you can see some of the pictures have all of us in it, but you had one of the people on your interview before, being Vanessa. She
Oh,
helped
yes.
start it. And also Brandon and Kyla. Brandon works for the Float Life. Kyla
Hmm.
is one of our friends who rides with us. And the 4 of
Nice.
us just decided to start this group together, starting with 4 people, and it's now very close to, if not at 300 members in just over a year.
That is very good. So we are seeing here Vanessa with the orange helm. She's a
Hmm.
fantastic person. She is one of the persons who helped me a lot, bringing lots of you guys. Vanessa is a
Absolutely.
fantastic person. If you have the chance, I just want to say, go to the. I'm going to leave the link from her too. There is an interview here with her. It was a fantastic interview, and she brings lots of person. There is a very special person is doing paintings in the helms. She was doing in the rocks, and now she's doing in helms. And I think that is fantastic. That's one of the works she made. I think that is beautiful, and we have to give a support to these persons. I have to send my helm to her because she's going to make something for me. And but in a moment, I was with lots of work. Yes, I think that is beautiful that you have now close to 300 persons in less than 1 year.
Yeah, it's been amazing. And all of it has happened just by word of mouth. You know, a few people, we used to go out on our group rides,
Hmm.
and looks like Vanessa just jumped in. So we
Hmm.
used to go out on our group rides together, and we would pass maybe one
Hello,
person riding
Vanessa.
their one wheel, and we would let them know about our group. And next thing we know, they started bringing some friends, and other people
Hmm.
saw us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
just organically grown.
Yeah, and don't stop it, my friend. In the beginning, it's very, very difficult. I tell to everybody is out there. In the beginning, is very difficult. I'm very proud. Today, we're going to go to the 147 interview in 7 months. In the beginning, I was with two persons interviewing, and I was thinking that was nothing. And today, we are close to 150 interviews in 7 months, and.
Wow.
That the channel is growing. I put the channel not anymore to what is the name to not receive money. I don't want to make no money. That's why I put it out, and is growing and growing every day. And I hope that one day we can uh, we can have this channel bigger. We are coming now with two new persons. Maybe it's going to come a fourth person that is going to make interviews. We're going to try to change it, put it in French, German, English, Spanish, and that we can reach all the communities and give them most information for all of us. I
Yeah,
think
that's awesome.
yeah, that's why it's important for you to come here today to show us what you are doing. I think is important. I think we need you here in Europe. There is not so many guys doing the job what you are doing, repairing and taking care of us. Maybe you can find someone who can do that, or can work with you together. How that helms. Yeah, I'm going to do this helm with her. I contact her and she was very nice to me, and I want to make a helm with her and bring it here for the channel. I want to thank you very much, Vanessa. And the tacos is closed here in Europe. I don't have the chance to go and eat these tacos that you make every week, but I'm going to do it. His promise is promise. But for you, my friend, as always, let's talk about the other one. Is this here?
Yeah, this is the first Instagram account I started because I do have a personal Instagram account that's just friends and family that I
Mhm.
keep private. This was when I first got my Onewheel. I think I got a pint first, and that was my first post. But I wanted to separate my personal writer account from my business account and just post different types of content. And this is exactly where I maintain my personal writer account. So sometimes you see posts that are on both pages, both
Mhm.
this and the Relentless page. But a lot of the time you'll see unique posts here that are more about me personally than my business.
Yes, my friend, that is a important thing for us to have something personal and not mix it. That everybody knows how to divide everything. I think you have. I'm going to search, but before you go there, I'm going to go to one thing that is very important for all people around there. Then we're going just to talk about your company and your what you're doing. We are going to talk about this. That this here is one of the crazy things I think now is in the world. What you guys are doing, that is, I don't have no words. I think that is like God is in earth again, and you guys came here to save everybody, and you are doing an amazing job. That's why I'm in love with your this big project. Uh, what you think about this? What is your opinion?
It's just mind blowing, really, to put it into words. I jumped on the team when they came through our area in Sacramento just a couple of months ago. And since then, we've had 3 events that I've been able to attend and help set up for. And we just actually had 2 back-to-back events, one in San Francisco, California, and the other one in Los Angeles, California, which is all the way down in Southern California. That was a week apart, but we didn't slow down. I took some rest days over the last couple of days, but yeah, what we're doing and what Mike and Ev started with all of this, you can see it's grown exponentially in just a matter of, I think, 7 or 8 months that they started. And yeah, it's amazing just being able to help the community and have fun with each other and just help spread a positive message for one wheeling and PEVs in general.
Yeah, that's his PV because guys, you can see the interview here. You can donate money. That is a association with no profits. That means what money you going to give? You're going to give to persons who need on the streets. And these guys, they go there in the morning. They separate everything. Then they take most of them is one wheelers, but now they are growing, are coming other persons who don't have one wheels, and they go around the city and they give to the people who are living on the streets who need this help. Sometimes it's just not food, it's something inside. I can show you the videos from there, but I think if you have the chance, I'm going to leave the link. Is the link there? And you can see it. And please, if you have the chance, donate something. I think that is going to be very nice. What you donate, what is going to happen is these people are going to come in a day. They're going to prepare everything, and they are going to be in different states. If you are in this state, maybe you can come and help too. That will be fantastic because they more hands, more faster they're going to do it. And of course, just enjoy it, have a good time, and always positive. I think that is amazing, guys. I think that is how many companies are helping that, and I think that is beautiful. I think there is no words, and keep up. And I think in 1 year we're going to see this is going to be in all televisions and all over the world. I think that is going to be just crazy. What you guys are doing, I cannot explain. Was you expecting to see this? We are just to go to end of this. Was you expecting to see this grow so much like this meals on wheels?
I actually wasn't sure because at the end of last year, I started to notice Meals on One Wheels because they started posting things, and I saw that they had started with a couple of cities in the Bay Area, which is just a couple hours south of me.
Hmm.
And next thing I know, they were coming through our area and they wanted some help. And yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I definitely believe that any positive movement is going to grow organically and spread like a, for lack of a better phrase here, like a wildfire, because we are in California. We have problems with those, but still, it's a good wildfire. And yeah, I think love always wins, and that's exactly what we're spreading. So
I think too.
it's shocking and it's not shocking at the same time.
Shocking in a positive way. I think
Exactly.
what you guys are doing is like crazy. But I hope I just want to say I hope for all of you out there, uh, continue to do it. We're going to change this subject, but continue to do it. Don't stop. I hope in 1 year I can come back again with the Meals on Wheels, and they can tell now. So now we are so many work, so many people riding and putting this together, and we are all over the world. That is what I would like to see. I think they're going to do it. They're going to think you guys, all of you, deserve that, and in the future you're going to be compensated by that. Now continue to your company. I'm just going to show some videos for everybody to see your work, how you do everything. We're just seeing one pint. Can you talk a little more about this?
Yeah, so this is actually early on when I met the person in this video. That's actually Sarah. She's part of our Gold Country One Wheel group,
Hmm.
and she had just bought that pint from me not too long prior. And she got some accessories and came over, and we were able to do a quick job out in the parking lot, which
Yeah, that
is
is
not always
incredible.
ideal, but I've done a number of jobs kind of mobile, and I wanted her to be able to see everything.
For you is easy to do
Yeah,
it.
I know exactly what to do no matter where I'm at.
That is the beautiful thing is for everybody seeing you seeing that work is not in a shop. It's just do it something fast, a small video, help the community. Sometimes happen to you that you are in like enjoying with your friends and somebody tell you can you change me that for me, and you change it in this moment.
Yeah, absolutely. So just down in Los Angeles on Saturday,
Hmm.
Mike, who helped start Meals on One Wheels, he needed he needed a screw
Hmm.
on his foot pad, I believe. And I had my tools and a couple of extra screws, and I just checked everything out right there in front of an ice cream store while we were eating our ice cream. So I'm ready to go for most things. The simple things I'm not going to necessarily do, like a bearing change out in the front of the store, but a
Hmm.
lot of the general stuff I'm ready to do out in the field.
Yeah, that is very good. That means that when the people, when you are in one place and the people see you, you're going to be always like prepared to do something.
Hmm.
And that is the important thing, because most of the time we know we are people, and people sometimes they are lazy, and they say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to contact him, oh, tomorrow I'm going to contact him, and then in a day they see, oh, I want to contact him and I forget. Then
Yeah.
guys, you have the option. If you see him, you can speak with him and maybe he can do something for you. If it's not so dramatic, I think it's not going to be easy for you as a rider. What you like more to ride as a I know that you have a pint before. This was yours. What is the most pint or XR?
I ride my XR the most,
Hmm.
and I also have a custom build called a Prowler, which is kind of the best of both worlds. I would call it like an XR powered pint. So it's a
Okay.
little bit bigger, has a pint tire on it, a pint hub, and all of the XR controller, battery, and motor. But I
And
ride my XR most often.
okay. And my next question is like this: what is easier for you to mount and dismount? XR or a pint?
They're both equal for me. You
Is
know,
they
it's
equal?
yeah,
That
I would say that it's equal for me.
okay. That is not a problem for you, because we are seeing here that was very fast. Okay, that is a little faster the video, but that was not a problem for you. It's like
Right.
like for me, it was going to take lots of time. I'm not the right guy to do this type of job. Let's try to see some videos that is not so late. What do you post? You post more in Instagram or you post it more in Facebook?
I post a lot more on Instagram, and what you'll notice is a lot of my Facebook posts were automatically generated from Instagram. So it's
Okay.
just synced up so that anything I put in Instagram gets sent over to
Okay.
Facebook.
Let's see some of the pictures here for everybody who wants to. But of course, we're not going to put everything because, guys, you just have to go there, subscribe, and of course, give a nice like and support. If you have a problem, just contact them. I think you're going to help another person, the community, and he's going to help you. That is the important thing. Uh, uh, let's see what I don't. I do miss the simple stop on the pint. To be honest, okay, I'm a big guy. Pint, I try it, and for me, it was very small. But I know there's lots of persons out there who like the pint. I have a friend here he started with the pint and then he changed to the XR, but is in love with the pint. I honestly, for me, pint is not for me, but my friend is the first person to say, Nelson, I'm in love with my pint, and I don't want to. I don't know how to change from pint to GTR. Okay, I respect it.
Yeah.
And what we have to do, you as a person who build lots of things, who put everything out, put everything together, for you, what you think or what you advise for flow motion,
Future
what is,
Motion?
yeah, flow motion, what you think the XR need extra, what you think is missing for you in your vision.
Yeah, for me, a lot of my dreams have come from the rest of the community because we've seen things like bigger batteries get built. We've seen the suspension kits that Killride is working on.
Mm-hmm,
And also, I personally would love to see a slightly stronger motor because in California, we're actually, I believe, legally able to ride up to, I want to say 1,000 watts, and
mm-hmm,
we're only at 750 with the
mm-hmm.
motor.
Yeah.
So obviously, that would make things a little bit bigger if they were to increase the power. But I would love to see kind of a combination of that, more range, suspension, and I would love to see that more powerful motor as well.
Do you try this suspension from the from the one wheel, the new the kill guard?
Yeah, I tried it out. I was over at the Float Factory, the new location for the Float Life, and Jeff let me borrow a board for a little bit, and I went over to a nearby park, tried it out in the grass and the dirt, and it felt amazing. I even dropped off a curb and I felt like I was landing on a pillow. So it's a huge difference.
Do you think that is going to improve a lot the way of riding?
Yeah, I think it'll improve for everybody really because right now one of my number one tips is for people to keep their knees bent because it kind of
Mhm,
helps you create your own shocks. But if you have it built in, I think we'll see not only people riding off-road more confidently, but also people who are learning how to ride. They may
mhm.
actually fall less because the impacts when they hit certain bumps will be a lot less on them. So
Yeah.
it's still a work in progress, but I think that if it's fine-tuned more and more, that suspension is going to be something that we won't be able to imagine living without.
And for you as a person, I know that is difficult for you to say because you change it. What is for you the best tires in the market that you recommend for the guys who come reach you, wants off-road tires or they want slick tires?
Yeah, absolutely. The number one tires that I recommend are both by Burris Racing, and unfortunately, they've been a bit backlogged since COVID.
Hmm.
But I recommend for people who want to ride kind of a mixture of trails and street,
Hmm.
I would say the Trail Pro from the Float Life. If they
Okay.
want to ride on the streets more often, I usually recommend either the Street Pro tire from the Float Life or the Burris Slick SS11 6-inch,
Mhm.
and that is the same mold as the Street Pro. I just recommend that because it's a nice soft compound, kind of like the Extra Rad that is
Mhm.
also made by the Float Life. But they've partnered with Burris on all of those occasions. And then the last thing that I would say is if somebody wants to ride off road on their Onewheel Pint, I would recommend getting. There is a collaboration tire that Craft and Ride did with Burris as well, and they've got a treaded Onewheel Pint tire on their website. And I've tried that out as well, so
From
I've got
Craft, right?
recommendations for anybody. What was that?
From Craft, right?
Yeah,
Craft and
Craft
Ride.
and Ride.
Yeah. I just want to say, Craft and Ride, they make lots of work for all of us. There's a long, long time, and I want to see what I have. What I have in and Ride. No, right. Sorry. But we continue to yeah, I think they are doing. And what type of grip do you think is the best one for everybody's out there for off-road or the street?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a toss-up. Personally, I lean toward the TFL grip from the Float Life. And if I was to try another one out, I would probably try out the Craft and Ride grip. Some people say they like the grip a little bit better, but it's one of those things where you ask people, what's your favorite flavor, chocolate or vanilla, and you're going to get kind of a split. They're both great grip tapes, but I go with the Float Life grip tape.
Yeah. I just want to say, if you have the chance, go to this website. It has lots of things. They are very, very always updating, always bringing new stuff, and of course that it will be fantastic. And of course, we cannot forget these guys who make for me. Flow Life is like a fantastic team, guys who always trying to. Trying to do the best for all of us, and of course for us in Europe. These guys, they are fantastic because the day they now, I think about 1 year they has in Europe too, and easy in 4 or 5 days you're going to receive all the products from the I think Jeff and all the team, they are fantastic. I think you have two great companies are working. How that works for you, my friend, now in the COVID-19? Was good, is difficult? How are you surviving?
There were some difficult aspects, and I only say that because, starting with COVID, I was one of the essential workers. I'm not in the healthcare field, but at my business, I was a manager and I was in the office every single day during COVID. So thankfully, my Onewheel was able to get me to and from work every day. Lived about 2 miles from my office. But then, in addition to that, California overall, we had a ton of huge wildfires that came through. And then, as you probably saw last year, there were a lot of protests and a lot of social movements that were going on in the United States. And it was just kind of, it was just a cluster of messes. I went down on my Onewheel one time in a local shopping area, and I rode right by the National Guard. So
Ooh.
they had their full rifles and they're dressed in their uniforms, and then the protesters were right across the street. I actually went over to both of them and thanked both groups of people for being there, because it was just one of those things where I don't have a side, there was no side for me. I want to side with the people, and the National Guard members as well as the protesters are all people. So that's the way I looked at it.
And it's very difficult, my friend, to put in one side, because if you're going to be,
Exactly.
if you are in one side, you are in the other side bad. If you are in the other side, you are in a bad person. If you say I don't have no side, I love everybody, it's always difficult. I think we don't need this situation. I hope that in the future our lives comes better for everybody, that we see more positive. I'm a positive person. I don't like this stuff, and I was very sad to see America having these confrontations and all this stuff. I have lots of friends who represent one side and the other side, and I see lots of friends who don't speak anymore
Hmm.
today because of these problems. And I think politics is not going to help us a lot if we're going to fight. We can sit in a table, have our discussions, but friendship is very important. Don't lose your friendship about a discussion. We can always sit and have a discussion, and a nice discussion. And I hope that in the future we come all of us together, and the respect is there. There is no colors, no problems. Everybody stick together and respect each others. That is the important thing. And
Exactly.
I think that is stupid for us sometimes to say that you are from here or from there, and you don't represent me, or you are not from my country. I think we are all from the same planet, and the planet is so beautiful. We just need peace and harmony. And I think together we're going to go in the right direction. Was a sad moment, but there is sad moments everywhere, my friend. But forget about
Exactly.
that. Let's talk about batteries. I know that you are doing batteries, and I think that is a big update for everybody around in Europe. That is like crazy, my friend. Everybody wants a new battery in our board. What battery are you recommending today for the XR?
Yeah, number one recommendation I go with is the Shy Battery Systems CBXR. That
Hmm.
just about doubles your range on the Onewheel XR. And it's a very, I say simple install, but for someone like me, if I say something simple, maybe it's not quite as simple as it could be. But I do prefer that. I've also installed the JW XR from JW Batteries, and they
Hmm.
also make a great product. But I think I just started with Shy Batteries because they came onto the market first. Both are great batteries and both do the same thing. So it's nice to see two different companies catering to the community.
And the important thing is for me, for everybody to understand there. I know that there's not so many V1s, there is not so many plus there. Everybody's upgrading for the XR, but for these people who the persons who are with the plus or with the V1, uh, is the battery is going to work with the plus and the V1, this type of battery, or just with the
So
plus?
yeah, they don't make that battery compatible with the older models, but they actually both of those companies make batteries specifically for the V1 and the Plus. So you would just go on their website and order whichever version battery you need for the one wheel that you have.
Hmm.
So they've got solutions for everybody, which is again super amazing for them to come in and fill that gap in the community.
For the XR, what is going to be the update of miles in as range?
It's roughly going to double it. So I usually say if you get about 20 miles out of your XR,
You're
if
going to have
if you
40.
do, so you can get about 40. Yeah, and it depends
Hmm.
on the terrain. If you're going downhill or kind of
Hmm.
flat land, but
Hmm.
if you're riding uphill a ton, then obviously that will alter that. But if you're
Yeah, of
somebody who
course.
maybe gets 15 miles on your XR, then you could expect to get about 30.
Okay, that is perfect. For the pint, keeps updates for the batteries today.
Yeah, the Pint as well. They have Shy Batteries makes what's called the Quart for the Pint, and that one goes in, replaces the stock battery, and will give you close to XR range on your Pint. So for your friend that you were talking about who loves the Pint,
Hmm.
that's one of the drawbacks for me is the range,
Okay.
and he'd be able to throw that battery in there and get close to XR range on his Pint. So he'd be able to enjoy it that much more. JW also makes a JW Pint battery that does roughly the same thing as the Quart battery.
Yeah, I'm talking about that because I know that he has a battery, but his battery is in his bag.
Yeah. And
It's
that's
like
the thing that you had pulled up there a little bit ago with the Pint battery. I was doing a job with the R3D X2R.
this one.
That one, yeah. That was a fender mounted battery that's
Hmm.
similar to what your friend is using, but it sounds
Hmm.
like he's got a VNR backpack
Yeah.
kit.
Yes.
So I've been very thankful that these battery companies came out and gave us a solution that fits inside of the battery box. That way you don't have to carry anything extra or have a long cord connected to the board.
Yeah. If you see for me, look at here. Because I have my V1, and that is one of the first ones. I have the number 627. I have this.
Yep, the
That
tool battery.
that
Nice.
is
Yeah, I've
like
installed a few of those.
that is like a big bag in your but it's not going to update so much your range, my friend.
Right.
For the people out there, don't imagine you're going to make lots of miles with this. No, that is going to help you a little. Maybe you're going to make, I don't know, I don't want to lie, maybe 5 6 miles, 7 miles. I have, yeah, and I have the big one. But I think this type of batteries, what you are showing now, I think they are better. We have more range, and you don't have to have this bag in your back or put in your fender. I think that is so. I think this way is going to be better. Better, a
Yeah,
lot. It's going to save you.
absolutely. It looks better from the outside too.
Yeah.
It doesn't look as much like a Frankenstein project.
Yes, yes, that's what I want to. I would like to say this. Oh, that is very nice that you put like this. That is very nice. That is nice. Nice to see that you are doing a fantastic job. I think your logo is fantastic. I think i- I hope that you have lots of success with your work. I think the important thing is you have to be what's the right word? You have to be correct with your uh, uh, the people you are uh, the best way to put it, the people who come to you, if you are honest like you are doing now, saying about the wheels, what you recommend, what everything, I think that is going to help a lot to a person who wants to change. Because sometimes for me, I talk for myself. I always go to my friends who have more experience than me, and I ask, hey guys, can you tell me what you recommend as tire for me? And I try to go to a person like you that I can trust and say, hey, I want to go off road. What is the tire you recommend? And you tell me, Nelson, just buy this and this. I think for your type of person, that is going to be perfect. And that's what we need from you. Another thing, what I want to ask for you, you open motors. I see it.
Yeah.
What you do in a motors? Can you explain it for everybody who wants to know?
Yeah, so most commonly when you're opening a motor, you would be doing a bearing change. So you
Hmm.
can put fresh bearings in there. A lot of the time I recommend to do that within, I'd say, roughly 2,000 miles or less, depending upon how much off-road you ride. But yeah, 9 out of 10 times we're doing a bearing change. And then sometimes in a rare occasion, somebody might have their one wheel go into some water or something like that. And that would be another reason to open the motor, to maybe check for rust and try to clean things up and see if you can salvage the board.
Yeah, that is very good, because lots of people don't know you have two nice bearings inside of your one wheel that need to be take care of, and most of the time maybe change, and that you have going to be the lifetime from your one wheel or your board or everything is going to, of course, uh, have a better life. And
Exactly. It's kind of like with a car, you do your preventative maintenance, like your oil change and your other fluids. It's a lot like that, changing the bearings. It just keeps, I mean, that can cause you to have less battery range too if your bearings are all binding
give me
up in
just
there. So,
a second.
sure.
I just going to show something to everybody, because sometimes the people don't understand what happened. I am a person who ride a lot. I don't know in miles, but I have some motors here that I ride at about 7,000 kilometers. I don't know, it's maybe 5,000, 6,000 miles. And my friends tell me, Nelson, change the berries. And I say, I don't need it. And and start to make a special noise. And I say, is everything okay? And I don't change nothing. And later on, it happened that I broke my motor
Hmm.
for a stupid thing of changing one berry, and I have to put two new motors because one motor was broken, and I tried to go with the other motor, and later on, the other motor broke it too. That's why I say to everybody, if you have the chance, I'm talking about that is a electro skateboard, but it's the same
Yep.
thing. Uh, Guys, sometimes it's better for you to change your bearings is the same. One wheel or electric device is going to be cheaper. Then I have to put the two motors was close to 500 euros. I don't know in dollars, maybe $600. And if you change the bearing, I'm going to be sure that it's going to be very not so expensive. My friend tell me about, I don't know now. So this bearings, because that is different from the one wheels. The one wheels, if you see that is that is a big one, is like this. That is like this. It's very different. But sometimes take care of your device. Go to the right person and say, look at, there is my motor. Can you see if there is a noise, if is everything okay? And I think you're going to be the right person to say, I think that is okay. Maybe we can see it, maybe we can test it. And for me, that was like a normal noise. But for a person who understands it, they say, Nelson, is something broken inside. And
Yeah.
if you continue to ride, that is going to be worse and worse. And then I continue to ride it, and then I pay the price. That's why I think that is very good from you to have it, to do it. It's difficult to take to open the motor, my friend. You have to take everything apart from the one wheel.
Yeah, you take everything apart, and then when you get to the point to where you're removing what we're looking at there is kind of a little those are like PVC pipes, and I forget the name of the black compound there,
Mhm.
but I put the stator in there. That's really what the center of the motor is called, is the stator. And
Mhm.
when you're pulling it out of the hub, there's a lot of powerful magnets that want to fight against you.
Yeah,
So
I
doing it
yeah.
yourself it's definitely precision work, and you can damage some things. But yeah, just like you said, there's a lot of people. We have a lot of people over here who are knowledgeable in it, and hopefully you guys can have more people over there as well, because we don't want you to have to spend so much money and wait so long to get back on your boards.
Now that I'm seeing this picture, tell me a little more about this. Are you selling? Are you repairing scooters too?
Yeah, this was a scooter repair that I did. It was actually just it was an inner tube change on the scooter. And I believe the one in the picture there belongs to Jed, who is Vanessa's son.
Okay,
So he needed a tire change on his scooter, and I did that as well.
yeah, because the son from Vanessa is always is most of the time with the mama for a ride, and of
Yep.
course he get in a scooter. For me, the important thing is like this: is not. I think it's going to be difficult for us to find here persons like you, because in America, in USA, you guys are you have lots of years of riding one wheels, creating stuff from all of us, and you as a background of always trying to do stuff and everything, creating. Uh, what is for you now that you have started? I know that you are trying to do this as a living. uh, what you say to everybody's out there trying to uh, uh, change his wheels and change his everything in his one wheels. My small doctor just passed here very fast.
She's fast.
Yeah. And what you say to everybody's out there and want to create something in his one wheels, what you said is the best options for them to, because like me, when I go to my one wheel in the beginning, I was very difficult for me to find someone to reach and say, okay, I want to update this and this. Where can I go? What is the steps that I have to do? Because I know there is lots of one wheelers there, they don't know what I have to do. Today I know a little more, but I'm very far from you guys in USA. For you guys, I
Hmm.
think that is very easy. There is lots of options. For you, what you think is the best option?
I think the best option, and this is how I personally got into a lot of the repairs on my board, is just to do as much research as possible. You know, things like using Google to search, or YouTube, or even Reddit. Just looking around and gathering as much information as you can before you take on a job, but also if if you know somebody like me, even if it's online, reaching out to somebody like me and just asking the questions. I'm always happy to help people and get them pointed in the right direction. And then after doing all of that, I will always say to people, if you feel uncomfortable doing what you're seeing here or you can't find enough information, then try to work with somebody who knows a bit more about that, because I've seen so many people jump into a job and then just end up breaking it to where they can't ride it anymore. And then it comes to us, and that's just I say it's heartbreaking because my goal is to keep people riding as much as possible because I know how fun it is and I don't want them to miss out on that. So yeah, research is definitely key. The
And
more
then
the
of
better.
course, yeah, and then of course you need some machine of this. That is for the
Hmm.
people who don't know. That is a special because that is lots of power you need to take. And if you see here, is taking apart everything. Not.
Exactly. Yeah. The tool being used there is called an arbor press, and that's a three
Hmm.
ton arbor press. Some people use hammers, and
Hmm.
that's not
That is
recommended.
not good.
But it's not
That
impossible. It's just not recommended. Having the right tools makes things a lot better.
I just going to say there is lots of years when my father was just the hammer was everything. If you need
Hmm.
something to do, you have to have a nice hammer. I think that is not the best option for this type of things. You have to be gentle. Don't forget if
Hmm.
you get you if you damage the motors, you can forget the cables or something like that inside. That is you have to throw it away, my friends. You have
Yeah,
to be
it's not
careful.
good.
It's not going to be very good. You have to be very gentle with this product. When it's that's why go to the right person. Sometimes it's better for you to guys to give it to you, my friend, to for you to do a nice job that they can go out from your home or wherever you are and they can continue to ride. If you do yourselves with a hammer, the possibilities is going to be 95% that you're going to lose your one wheel. Then you have to wait longer.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you lose it, you wait longer, and you end up paying more money to have it fixed
Yes.
by somebody else.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think any of us in the repair network or in the repair community, we don't want to be unfair. So, I know I could speak for myself here. My prices, I believe, are as fair as they can be and always changing to cater to what the community needs. So
My
that's my
friend,
number one goal, to help people.
I see your prices here and your prices is top. Guys, I'm not receiving no money, I'm not receiving nothing, guys. I just want to say, because sometimes there comes these haters and they start to say, oh, he's winning money with the other guy, oh, he's paying him. Hey, we are just two simple persons. If he was very expensive, I tell, okay, maybe your price is a little. That is the price we have to pay, my friends. Sometimes if you give a nice gratification, it's going to make your work no better next time. Just take care of the guys who do everything for you. I have a nice person who do here. It's sometimes difficult him to find it, but he's the only person who's doing for us. That's why we need guys like you to come here to Europe, because we don't have too much options, and the only option he has is work. He cannot do it so much, and that's why, guys, you have the chance with Justin just to say, oh, thank you very much for you to come and make this service for us. The price is not expensive. You're going to see all. I'm going to leave the links. You have everything you need here, and I'm going to leave all the links for you guys. Just go there and subscribe, give a like, write them if you need something. Take care of your boards, take care of your one wheels, guys. Don't forget, when it's damaged, it's going to cost you the double, or it's going to cost it more than the double. Take care before that happens. If
Hmm.
you go off road one, two, three, four times, if you don't know how to clean it, come to him and say, hey, please, can you control it? Make a nice control. See if we need something in my one wheel. Or then you're going to say, when you come out, you say, oh, that is riding faster and is like new. Yes, of course, because that was taken care of. That's why I say to you, my friend, Thank you so much uh, for doing what you are doing. I hope that your company comes bigger and bigger
Thank you.
in the future. I think you bring very nice and positive energy to our community. I want to say thank you for everybody's out there. I just want to, I don't know if we talk about everything about your company. If there is something we are forgetting, can you please help me and we can talk about it too?
Yeah, absolutely. So the only other thing that I'd want to highlight with my
Mm-hmm.
company is that in my region, I just updated this on my Instagram, but I've always been open to mobile jobs, but I'm specifically highlighting that on my Instagram now. So if there are people like you said who maybe they're procrastinators or maybe they're feeling a little lazy and they don't want to drive over to me, I am willing to work out what the cost and scheduling would be around driving to where they're at and doing the job there, either at their home or meeting them really wherever. See the guy
That
there on
would be
that last picture with his one wheel? It's kind of dark on the upper left, right above
oh
that
this
one.
yeah.
Yeah, so
This one.
that's the guy who helped me finish my logo, and I met him at a local grocery store in his area, and I worked on his board out there in the parking lot. So, whatever it takes. I bring my tools, I bring my car. I'm willing to meet people where they're at and help them get their board updated. So,
That is fantastic, my friends. What you guys need more? If I have this chance, believe it. Okay, I have sometimes here the chance. I cannot forget my friend Tim. He's always taking care of me, but I think he has his private life and but you are doing that as a perfection. I think, guys, you have the option to go, and he comes to you. If just ride him and have fun, enjoy yourself. Come here, Eka. No, say hello. That is
hello.
Justin. That is Yuri. Uh,
Nice
okay.
to meet you.
So he just want to go to bed because here is late. I
Yeah,
just want to. I just want to say to first of all, Justin. I want to. I hope that you have lots of success in your life. I know that is a small channel, but with small channel grow, you grow, and you go bigger and bigger every day. I hope that help you a little. If that help you a little, I think that is going to be very good for me, for you, because I'm going to be very happy for you that you have lots of success. I'm going to leave all the links for everybody out there uh, uh, to go to him. You see now he's going to update his Instagram. If you want to contact him, he goes to you and he change everything for you, and he take care of your one wheel and everything. I'm going to leave the last words for you. For everybody is seeing now the life, and for everybody is going to see later the life is going to be active as the last interview of this summer, because I'm just going to come back in end of September. I'm just going to make lives here in the events and demos. But for my last life is you, my friend.
thank you.
If you want to reach the people who like to make something with you, I leave you with the last words.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, what I'd like to say to the One Wheel community in general is just thank you, because you guys have been just as supportive of me as I have been of you, and I will continue to be just as supportive as I've always been. I look forward to where we're headed with this community and where we're headed with this product that we all love. And I encourage you to reach out to me, say hello, ask some questions, whatever you want to do. Hopefully we'll meet someday in person. And I'm just super thankful and super blessed to have an opportunity like this to do something I love and to help people in the process.
Yeah, and we are very proud that you are doing that, because it's not so many persons who are doing this job like you, and running to the places of the homes of other persons and do the job there. That is keeps not so many persons who are doing that. Most of them, they say, if you want something, come to me. And
Hmm.
he's open at the doors and say, guys, if you have a problem, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to try to solve your problem. Just contact him. He's going to update his Instagram. I'm going to leave all the links from him here in a YouTube channel. If you have some questions, if you have some uh, if you have some doubts, you can write to me, or right direct in Instagram by him, or all his links is going to be there. I think it's going to be fun to talk with him and have a little chat. He can maybe in a time is repairing your board. He can give you tips and say how that you can take care of your one wheel, and that way maybe you're going to learn a little more, and you're going to make a nice friend. And maybe it's like the mechanic is like your second doctor. If you're going to find your second doctor for your one wheel, is going to
Exactly.
be a friend and a doctor. So, guys, thank you so much. Have a good day, a good afternoon, or a good evening, wherever you are. Enjoy yourselves. Ride fast, but ride always safe and always positive energy. Justin, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you,
hope
Nelson.
the most of success in your life. And